Right. Let me just tell you that I did not expect that Steam would be in danger of losing itself or something like that. It's just that I didn't figure that Steam would be in the crosshairs of politicians now. The problem with that, however, is that Steam does its good job. Steam has a good job of keeping itself well within the realm of law abiding. Okay? Now, Gabe Newell, the one who is in charge of Valve at all, is making sure to defend Steam. Now, this video comes from Accolon TV, ACCOLONN TV. And it gives us this update about Gabe continuing to fight for gamers as a US senator threatens Steam. Steam as a platform, Steam as a launcher. Basically, you don't need to monopolize on a certain launcher. You just need to find a stable launcher for your game to actually run, right? Steam provides that, definitely. And I always have a good time with Steam, considering that it is easy to use, and at the same time, it's user-friendly. So, what's wrong with that? Why is a US politician threatening Steam right now? Well, let's see where this goes. Let's not threaten a gaming platform just because of pure principle alone. Threaten a gaming platform because there is actual evidence that this gaming platform is a disease. So that's what I can say. But I don't know exactly what this is about yet. So we're gonna see. We're going to hear and see what the heck is going on with this shit. We're going to see it for ourselves. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna close this one because that's not needed right there. Anyway, we're gonna get right to it. Fresh reaction from me reacting to a video from Accolon TV. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have good news. Finally, I'm able to make a video about the gaming industry that isn't just me hating on the gaming industry. This time I'm hating on the US government, but that's nothing new. I hate all governments equally, but the US government can sometimes be a little bit more in the news than any of the other. Of course, this is an update to a story we did a few weeks ago about Senator Mark Warner. He is a United States Senator from Virginia, and
I don't even know the guy, and I don't care about him either. So Mark Warner, so I don't even know you. Respectfully, no, I don't know you. Sorry.
He wrote a letter a while ago. It is a bit of a read. If you have time, you can probably go through it. It's just a bunch of jargon and nonsense. The letter effectively
Warner presses Valve to crack down on hateful accounts and rhetoric proliferating on Steam. Hateful accounts, fine, but a rhetoric proliferating, that can sometimes be controlled. All Steam has to do is just remove accounts, right? I mean, what's the senator's problem right now? Is that not being done enough?
Demands that Steam increase their protections and their protocols to deal with hate speech, specifically of a sexual nature or of a race nature.
If this is related to heated multiplayer lobbies again, hate speech and stuff like that, if it's being done there, there's little that the actual gaming platform can do. Okay, there is only little that they can do unless there are actual protections against there are actual protections against those type of people who engage in hate speech. And if there's a reputation within the person who distributes the hate speech.
Sure. Or
there's only little they can do. There's only little they can do at that point, okay? So the best one can do is just mute them, block them altogether, move on. There are so many players using Steam.
Just basically saying Steam is a cesspool and Valve needs to fix it. In his own words, he says to bring its content moderation standards in line with industry standards and crack down on the rampant proliferation of hate based content. This entire letter is effectively written as a result of an ADL research paper that the ADL did, where they found that on Steam things are just terrible. Steam has nearly 100 or over 100 million active accounts every single month, and of that there's about 100,000 user created groups that, according to the ADL, are very racist and very bigoted and very anti, as you can imagine. And there's about 40,000 to 100,000 people, 140,000 I believe, that they've identified that also post super racist stuff all the time and whatnot. Now,
oh wow,
but Akalon, that's a bad thing. We should take that seriously, until you realize that according to the ADL, Pepe was used the most, 54% in fact. Pepe is the top extremist and hateful symbol on Steam.
What is wrong with Pepe the Frog? Is Pepe the Frog hateful speech? This is just... I know. Pepe the Frog is a cartoon character that has become a popular internet meme, often referred to as the Sad Frog meme, by people unfamiliar with the name of the character. It first appeared in 2005 in the online cartoon boys club. In that appearance, the character also first used its catchphrase, "Feels good, man." Oh, come on. No! This is doctored. Seriously. It did not originally have racist or anti-Semitic connotations, but as soon as they mix it up like this. Come on, respect religions. Don't do that! Are you serious? What the? No! It's being... respect the religion. And at the same time, oh my god. Look, Pepe the Frog is supposed to be harmless, but people in their own sick, twisted minds find ways to stain the image. This is not made because of the internet. This is only made because there are a lot more racists that existed when this picture was made. And I definitely abhor this type of thing. It's supposed to be harmless. Why did it become like this? And this U.S. senator thinks that Pepe the Frog is the cause for it is hateful now. He must have not been he must have not been researching this shit. Mark Warner must have not been researching this shit. It's supposed to be harmless. But no, people find ways to make the image twisted. Yes. This character did not originally have racist or anti-Semitic connotations. They've appropriated the character. The internet has appropriated the character and turned him into a meme, placing the frog in a variety of circumstances, seeing many different things. It's just... continue to be non-bigoted. However, it was inevitable that as the meme proliferated in online venues such as 4chan, 8chan, and Reddit, which have many users who delight in creating racist memes and imagery. Look, this is why Pepe the Frog, once harmless, is being shed into a very ugly light right now. And this is why Steam is being attacked for it, for allowing this. Because of that stained meme to be around. And now Gabe is in the crosshairs. Oh, it's not supposed to be anti-Semitic. It is not supposed to be anti-Semitic at all. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And now the senator believes that Pepe the Frog is racist. He doesn't do his research.
Pepe. Ladies and gentlemen, Pepe is not a racist symbol. Pepe is just a meme.
Exactly! No, that senator does not even do his research.
But it is a meme that works because young gamers have figured out that it drives the media and places like the ADL mad. It makes them angry. And as a result of that, they like posting it. They like using it because it's contrarian. It gets a rise out of people, especially if you're left wing. Guaranteed you're going to see Pepe and you're going to have a bit of a meltdown. Fundamentally, that's all it is. It's not by its very nature. In fact, when the ADL first did this, I think it was in 2016 or something, when they first sort of highlighted Pepe the Frog as being the ultimate white supremacist symbol out there, even though I don't know why, but when they first...
Thanks for the internet in getting more optimized so that it reaches more people. We can do more fact-finding. Unlike this senator who threatens a gaming platform just because he did not do his research. The bastard. The sick, unnerved bastard has the nerve to even blame a gaming platform for letting this hateful meme proliferate when, in fact, this meme was harmless from the beginning. It was only made like that because of the sick, twisted, racist imagery that a sick sector of individuals has done to violate this meme and make it something that makes it unrecognizable. And this senator is not doing his research.
Identified it as such. It sparked a massive increase in the use of Pepe the Frog because, again, gamers, a lot of gamers at least, love to be contrarian. They love to do the thing that they know is going to get a rise out of you because it makes them laugh. It makes them able to go to their friends and go, you should see, bro, the ADL just posted a report and Pepe the Frog, the one that we use all the time, yeah, that's the top one.
Basically, the senator just fell into, this senator, Mark Warner, just fell into a trap. He just fell into a trap of all the mixed conversations, of all the mixed things. It's just, he doesn't do his due diligence. He just doesn't do his due diligence to make sure that there is integrity in the information that he absorbs. He just gets second, third-hand information. He absorbs it and makes it, and he makes it in his mind as fact. He doesn't do research. The politician who does not do research is the victim of a trap and does this ridiculous shit. Shame on you. Shame on you, Mark. You shouldn't even be called a senator.
It's funny to them. It's not because they're actually racist. It's because they find you to be ridiculous. Of course, they did a swastika as a 9.1%, siege mask as an 8.6, siege mask, yeah. That could also be related to Warhammer 40k, but never mind that. The Nazi Eagle, which is 4.8%. Look, I'm not suggesting that there aren't going to be at least some racist stuff on Steam, but this is hardly what I would call just the absolute worst cesspool of racist behavior I've ever seen in my life, especially when you consider there are over 100 million active accounts on Steam every single month. This is a massive platform, and to highlight that they have only about 100 to 140,000 gamers that might be a little bit problematic, that's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. So here you have it, right? I need to do a bit of an update because as soon as I said 100,000, I was like, I'm not entirely sure I like that number.
Look, let's just be real that the worst chapter of Germany tried to destroy the world in the second great conflict of the 40s, of the late 30s and the early 40s, of the early to mid 40s. Let's just be real about that. People hate people who destroy the way of life of the globe just because of ego. Now, put that very controversial figures or groups together with something that should be harmless, and then it becomes this. Seriously. Just because you want to aim against a religion, respect the religion. Don't do something like this just to aim against the religion. That is disgusting. Please don't.
I might have rated that wrong, so I just quickly had to look up a little bit.
You are testing definitely the water. Basically, as someone who is distributing imagery like that, you're testing the waters. And now you've gotten an American senator to actually shit on a gaming platform just because of your bullshit. It's disgusting. It's really just disgusting.
Have the actual numbers here. It's about 827,758 users that they have found that have Pepe the Frog profile pictures, or profile pictures that they deem to be problematic, which again, I'm not entirely sure I agree with, because it all depends on what do you view as problematic. If Pepe the Frog is what you view as problematic, it could literally just be someone with Pepe the Frog, and you would view that as problematic. But according to them, Steam has 273 million users. Now, the reason it goes sort of back and forth between 100,000 or over 100,000 and 200 is we just don't know. Remember, Steam is a private company. They're publicly listed. So they don't have to make MAUs or anything like that public ever. And generally speaking, they don't. Which is actually the part of this that is the funniest to me. So Mark Warner writes to Steam, and he demands that Steam take action. And if Steam doesn't take action, it's going to bring even more scrutiny. So he's threatening Steam with, hey, you don't start doing it, I'm going to write more letters and more letters. And then I'm going to write an angry letter. Like, I've been cordial up until now. I'm going to write a very angry letter, because we all know the government doesn't do crap anyways. But guess what Steam does? Nothing. Nothing. This is the third letter from Congress and Senate that the US government has sent to Steam, and Steam has yet to respond to any of it. Like, Steam doesn't even respond to the letters. They just...
This is the good thing about Steam. Anything that does not make sense to them, if there's messaging from even a higher body that does not make sense to them, they do not respond to it, because Gabe does well to protect the platform and the users who use the platform without endangering the platform. This is the good thing about Steam. This is the good thing about Gabe Newell himself too.
Keep doing what they're doing. And the reason they just keep doing what they're doing is the First Amendment protections prevent the government from punishing companies for hosting legal, albeit hateful speech.
That's the thing. The profile pictures are not the problem. It's the actions of the person that makes it problematic. And it's a good thing that the U.S. has what they call the First Amendment protection. Thank goodness. At least Steam does its best at all to actually point that out. Very much.
So the government can't do crap to Steam because the First Amendment protects Steam. Because remember, Steam is a private entity. It's not publicly traded. So the investors of Steam can't force Steam to do anything, or Valve to do anything.
Exactly. And now, what is Mark Warner going to do about it? He cannot do shit about it, because the law also protects Steam. Basically, he does not do his research about the meme as well, and putting it on as a profile pic does not make it hateful speech. Does not make it hate speech. All people have to do, if they don't like the profile picture, they just have to block the person. Done and done. There's so many people are using Steam. They just don't like. They just keep shit to themselves and move on. Whatever personal problems there are that are being raised in a senator, I bet those people are they just want to gain attention to themselves. They just want the fame, not resolve this problem of hate speech. Yeah, that's the only thing. This is the only reason why this is actually coming up as an issue. This is the only reason why it comes up as an issue. People just want the attention coming to them. Well, that's not going to work. And Gabe Newell is not fooled either. Gabe Newell is not fooled either. Good job, Gabe. Good job.
Valve can do what it wants. Gabe can do what it wants because they're private. And Gabe has just gone, screw him. Who cares? Let them write their letters. We're just going to keep doing the things that we're doing because, well, we don't care. And fundamentally, I think, so Warner tries to make it out, and this is sort of going to be their play now. They try to make it out that Steam, apart from being a gaming place, right, where you can buy video games, it's also a social media platform, which is completely bonkers. Steam might have a social aspect to it, but the overwhelming majority of users on Steam do not engage with the community features on Steam. Yes, it's a helpful feature for people who actually engage in it, but very few people actually engage in it.
Exactly. It's mostly for reviewing games. It's mostly for building a community in relation to games and other social aspects, but in around gaming itself. But it's not entirely a social media platform. It is only partially a social media platform, but it's only in the smallest type of sense. It's not an overall social media platform like Twitter or Facebook. Okay?
Most people, the most they'll do is maybe leave a review or maybe read some of the reviews that might form part of the community sentiment or sections, but it's really not a social media platform. And you can already tell the reason they want to try and shoehorn Steam into the social media platform landscape is so that they can regulate it far more heavily, because I guarantee you that there is a massive push, and we see it all the time, from these studios and from the governments to try and regulate the things we can and cannot say on social media. You already have it in Europe, where Europe is threatening to remove X from the European Union because X refuses to clamp down on what the EU calls hate speech, right? You have the same problems in certain South American countries where this stuff is also rampant. So clearly the governments of the world have a vested interest in controlling what people see and what people say. Valve isn't, they don't care. They just keep doing what they're doing. And I think they're just going to continue doing what they're doing. And the fact of the matter is that I don't think any country in the world has anything to stand on, because, again, Valve is a private company. It isn't publicly traded. Therefore, it isn't open and subject to the same kind of scrutinies. And I personally have no problem with Valve. I have no problem with Steam. I'm glad that it exists because it's where
be glad that it exists, but do not be glad if Counter-Strike, it still does not solve its hacker or cheater issues. Look, I like Steam, but they gotta do better for some of their exclusive games. Just saying.
I play all of my video games, and I think the senator from Virginia, Mark Warner, can go suck a fat one. No one cares about you, bro. Just leave.
Yep.
But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have a different one. Hit the like if you like, dislike if you didn't, and I will see all of you in the next one.
I'm going to actually agree with this guy. My God. Do your diligent research. Basically, just do your diligent research and you will end up just fine. Okay? Do your diligent research and you will end up just fine without you taking a beating online. Okay? Just do that and you will be okay. Do your research instead of just making it bad for yourself. Just do that and you will be fine. You will not be cooked on the internet. Please, just do yourself a favor. All right?